welcome back to another Talk Coventry City video. Today we are bringing to you the first podcast on this channel, and I've got two guests here today from the BTEC Cookie channel, Hayden and the man himself, Cookie. How are we doing, lads?
Yeah, alright, that was actually really good. I'm really impressed with that. That's better than anything you've ever done for my channel.
Sorry.
That was so good.
Cheers.
I always rib you for like being robotic sounding and that, but that was like, honestly, when that started,
that was really good.
That was so good.
How are we doing?
Yeah, alright mate, yeah, so I'm really happy to be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thrilled. So, there's thunder going on, by the way.
Yes, there is.
You might hear that.
Yeah.
That's just me moving.
So obviously these two are YouTubers. Cookie has a main channel where he's quite successful. He's got a BTEC Cookie channel as well, which is the second channel, which he's joined by Hayden. Tell me about your channel, guys.
That's a bit robotic.
Oh my god.
Right, the second channel, what do we do?
It's just casual. So the second channel is just it's basically casual videos that we wanted to. That's a loud one, isn't it?
Jesus.
So the second channel is casual videos. So the main channel, I always feel massive pressure with it, and I wanted somewhere that I could just make videos and put them out. No pressure involved. I don't care about the analytics. It's just a video that I've done. So people have something to watch without like me having an anxiety attack about whether it's good or not.
This is where we put the shit of the shit.
Yeah.
Basically, the channel name is BTEC Cookie, so it is proper BTEC. That's what I'm going to say.
Proper BTEC.
So if you're interested in some BTEC stuff, the link is in
Definitely
the description.
check it out. Yeah, definitely.
But it's where we've got the podcast as well. So that's probably the best thing about the channel.
Okay.
Like it's best quality. We actually put time and effort into it.
Yeah, we did.
Whereas like the other videos we don't at all.
So where did this idea of the podcast come from? What made you want to do that?
Because we talk shit all the time.
Yeah.
Don't we? We just we have this. We were streaming quite a lot in lockdown.
Yeah.
And I get really angry at him because he's a fucking. You're an idiot. And am I allowed to swear by the way?
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right.
You sure? The revenue's going to go down.
As soon as you hit that 1K, that'll be it. No P coming in. I won't swear. Don't worry.
Try and put a cap on it. Yeah.
But so I just get really annoyed at him, and like he says the most waffle you've ever heard in your life. Like when you're on our podcast and he talks about headaches don't exist. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can you listen to that?
Do you still believe that? You still believe that headaches don't exist?
And there's supporting comments in the comments supporting my theory.
It's bollocks. No? And like, I really struggle with it because it's like in the podcast we didn't come across with a very good reason for it. But I thought afterwards it's like you need headaches so your body tells you what's wrong. Like it's literally your body telling you there's something wrong going on.
So is my body perfect?
It's just I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered.
We'll move on to football because that is what this channel is all about. First topic then is football since lockdown. What have you guys made of it? Do you think it's the same without the fans? What have you made of it?
I prefer it.
You prefer it without fans?
Schedule.
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
You're joking.
Well, I don't really care for it though. Football for me is like I'm not massively into it, and like this year especially, or whenever we play football Sunday League, it really turned me off the sport again. And like watching all the game, I watch it for the game. I don't really care about like what goes on elsewhere and that. And like like there's two channels at the minute. You can watch it with the crowd audience, or you can watch it with like as it is.
And you watch without the crowd audience?
I watch it without the crowd audience.
Okay.
I just prefer
it at the moment.
I just prefer that.
Do you not think that the crowd has an impact on the game?
Oh yeah, it has a massive impact.
To be honest, that's for me what football's all about. It's about fans. There's more fans than players. It's
it wouldn't survive
it's where football originated from. I think it's important to have the fans there. And
yeah, of course it is. But I prefer, like, it's my personal opinion. I just prefer it without like.
You're an idiot.
I do think it is. No, it is better as a thing to have it like with fans in it and stuff.
So
Obviously,
yourself.
no, I just don't like people. So like, it's nice when there's no one there and I can just watch a game of football.
Be okay going to a game of football with 2 metre social distance fans?
Yeah, what do we make of when fans start going back into the games?
Is that what it's going to be?
Right, it's going to have to, isn't it?
They're going to start trialling fans in the stadiums, but there'll have to be some sort of social distance.
They did it for the Celtic game, Celtic PSG. They're all social distance.
Oh, weird.
I think they let like 5,000 fans in and they're all social distance.
Yeah, that's a bit strange though.
Do you think it's better to have no fans than to have sort of half fans and it's all spread out?
Yeah, what's the point? I don't.
No, I reckon fans. You should try and get some ever the case.
Do you think it'd be difficult to control them though? So let's say you let in a few fans, you're obviously going to have a few idiots. They're going to start running around when their goals scored and stuff like that. How do you control things like that?
I just wouldn't do it.
No fans until you can get all of them in.
No, I wouldn't.
I think you have to have the precautions that Italy take with the gates around the stadium and stuff like that, with the gates around the pitch, where it's going to have to be put like that so the fans can't get anywhere near the players.
But it's not even
can't
that.
be spread. It is.
No, because you go to an away game, no one sits in their seat.
No.
No one sits down.
The safety,
everyone congregates.
I think what they've got to focus on mainly is the safety of the players.
Yeah, I suppose, because like, if something goes wrong, then it's all buggered for the league and that. But like, I still think it doesn't matter because like people are still gonna they're gonna run in and they want to celebrate together when a goal's scored. And that's just like. I don't see the point in it. Not for big events. They did it in the snooker for the final, where it was like segregated and whatever. It's snooker. People aren't running around screaming when someone's like potted the ball and that. So it's like.
Can you imagine?
Ronnie O'Sullivan gets like a 50 break and everyone's like, shut it off. But it's like.
See Ronnie knee slide over the
Hey, he actually won the World Championship yesterday, didn't he?
Yes,
Big
that's right.
Ronnie,
Yeah,
6-time World Championship, yeah.
That's right.
Look at him going, mate. He
It's
smashed
body
it.
work, right geezer, isn't it?
You see him talking about youngsters.
Yeah.
Have
you seen it?
Have you not? Because he was in
watch the video.
it was like a post-match interview and something like that. So, someone asked him like, "What do you think about the youngsters coming through the game?" He was like, "They're really bad." he was literally like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, I've been at the top of the game for like 25 years or whatever." However,
No, he said like, well, I'm getting to, how old is he now?
45.
I'm getting to 50, and I think I can still keep going for 10, 20 years with the youngsters coming through.
He said, "Yeah," and he just said they were bad and that.
He's like, I could play my left hand if I wanted to.
Yeah, he literally said, he was like, "They're so bad." He said they're probably like half good amateurs. He said there's no one coming through at the professional level that's any good. He was brutal, but like, I completely agree with him. It's one of those sports. It's the same with tennis, really. Like tennis hasn't had like a good youngster come through in ages.
Not for Britain, anyway. We don't have any good players.
No, well, Andy Murray's like, but that was like what, 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah, he's getting old.
Like Federer,
his legs are gone now.
Yeah, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, and Murray. That's it. And then there's like, you're not looking at like a 20-year-old coming through thinking, Jesus, he's good.
The only sport where youngsters are coming through really is either football or F1.
Yeah, you get really young people. Like
Yeah,
Max Verstappen.
Norris,
Yeah.
I think he's like 20.
Wasn't Max Verstappen like 17 or something when he came in?
I think
Which I find mental.
It's just the reactions.
He hasn't got a driving licence yet. How is he driving an F1 car?
Because they go up through go-kart, don't they?
Yeah, but hang on a second. Passing test, getting an F1 car now. It's like, I just find that mental.
Imagine Verstappen taking his driving test and being like, this guy's like,
taking the race line.
What do you do for a living? He's like, I'm an F1 driver.
Yeah, can you imagine?
I've always found that weird because when it was announced he was going to go for like wherever team he went to, and I was like, what? I was like, that's mad. But like, fair play anyway. Yeah. But football post lockdown, I enjoy it more now. I don't enjoy the Champions League. I don't like the idea of a straight knockout. I don't like that.
I'm enjoying it.
That's not so much to do with fans though. That's
No,
just your
no,
opinion
yeah.
on the Champions League.
Yeah, I don't.
How would you have it if it weren't a knockout sort of competition then?
No, I'd have it just the same as what it was. 2 legs.
Yeah, but
it's
at a stadium.
Yeah, I won't go home and away. I'll just have it at a stadium, just do 2 legs.
What's the point of that?
But that's what it is.
No, it's not. Because that's all comes down to the fans. That's why they do 2 legs, home and away.
Yeah, home and away advantage, obviously. Because, obviously...
So who are you going to give the away goal to?
What do you mean?
That's a good point, yeah, actually.
Spacey.
Yeah. Well, if you had 2 games in the same
I
stadium,
don't like that rule
fans,
anyway. I don't like that rule.
You don't like the away goal rule?
No.
It's like an extra incentive for the away team to attack though.
Yeah, but it's... What's the point? I don't
Because if you're an
understand
away team, you go away to Bayern Munich, Barcelona, you think, I'll just defend for this game. But if you know an away goal's worth almost 2, you attack.
Literally.
Is that the only reason it's there?
It's to decide games, so games don't... Because basically in 2 legs, you don't want the second leg going to extra time and penalties.
Yeah, but surely, like, if you had a game that was like, some team got battered 3-1, and the away team scored 3 goals, and then it was like 2-0 the other way. It's 3-3 on aggregate. Whoever won the away fixture is gonna win on away goals.
Yeah, whoever got more away goals.
Yeah, but it's 3-3.
Yeah, but away goals, do you not think it's better to get more away goals? Yeah. There should be some sort of reward for it.
No.
Do you not?
No, just go extra time. I don't understand. What's
really,
the point?
I don't like extra time. I don't like penalties.
Why?
Because it takes no skill.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. If games...
Hang on a sec, sorry. No skill.
Penalties doesn't determine a football match. It shouldn't do. Because it's not.
I'm with that.
It's not an expression of a football match.
As an England fan, I don't know if you agree with this. No, I think that
We won our last penalty shootout.
we did, but we usually lose them. That's my point. And the thing is,
Well, it's not a reason.
no, but what I'm saying is, you could be the worst team in the game for 90 minutes
Literally.
and win it because you're better at
So you
penalties.
can play
No, hang on a second. It doesn't mean you're the worst team. You're drawing 0-0. Let's say you're drawing 0-0, goes past the extra time, it's still 0-0. Who's the worst team? It's 0-0. You're drawing.
Have a replay or something.
No, what's
So
the
if
point
you're
of that?
playing 10-man low block and you're playing that for 90 minutes, that is the most
No,
important. No one wants to see that.
No, who cares?
Who wants to see
Who
10-man
cares?
low block?
Jose Mourinho didn't win playing attacking football. Like, it's not working for him nowadays. He's a
But he
dinosaur.
didn't win because of penalties though either. So
Did he not?
not really.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway because like.
Why do you think?
No, but the style of play does not matter
But
at all.
that
Style of
doesn't-
play doesn't
because-
matter. No, it doesn't.
Because who wants to watch that?
Well, everyone wants to watch Barcelona, but they got ripped a new arsehole.
Because they try to play 4-3-3. They try to play attack.
To be honest, Bayern are really strong now.
Did you see?
Roberto Di Matteo won a Champions League playing 11 men behind the ball.
Stupid.
What do you mean?
It should never happen.
Eh?
It shouldn't happen.
What are you on about?
Football should not be 10-man low block. It should be two attacking teams going against each other. 10-man low block is the most boring kind of football. You see lower league teams in the Premier League doing it against big teams, and it's just boring to watch.
Well, that's how
I
you
hate
beat them.
it. I hate it.
No, because then it's on the big team to figure out a way to get past that 10-man low block that you're on about.
No,
This is why Stoke was so good back in the day, because they had geese launching balls in.
Oh,
Rory Delap.
And
What
they
a
had
throw in
a
he had.
unit of a team. They honestly, they would have beaten Barcelona back in the day. just through that,
No
because
one wants
Barcelona
to go to Stoke away, do
No,
they?
so
This is Stoke City, what they've done, they've gone on Football Manager and realised, oh, throws are pretty OP, and they just love put it into the system. Found Roy Delap, Peter Crouch, bang bang, boom.
Do you know, the reason he was so good at him is because he was a javelin athlete. Yeah, he could throw a javelin, and that's why he was so good at doing throwing.
He had a monster throw, didn't he?
And it was like corners and that. It's crazy.
I wonder how fast he actually threw that ball. Like,
But you see him though, they went so flat.
Yeah,
It was like,
it wasn't like, some people try to do the long throws.
that's me.
His were like a missile, weren't they?
It's so weird to watch.
Grouchy's like, yeah, come on boys, just in the box waiting for it.
That's one to decide in the comments though, guys. Penalties, do you agree? Would you scrap them?
Why?
I would scrap them.
What do you think of the MLS wave, what they used to do?
Of the old
When they
penalties.
used to one-on-one.
Golden
That's
goal.
ridiculous.
No,
the
golden goal,
penalties.
one-on-one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's what I meant.
American penalties.
What does it go?
I think
Yeah, that's what I meant.
5 touches. You've been in there 5 touches.
No, I think you've got like 8 seconds or something. We do it in field hockey.
Is it?
You have to take it's one-on-one with the goal.
They're pretty daft as well, they are.
Yeah.
Don't see the
Weird,
point.
yeah.
Don't see the point. It's weird. But that's how we won in Rio 2016. The women won gold medal. It's through penalty shootout like
It's
that.
women's football.
No, hockey.
Oh, okay.
But we're class at that. We were anyway.
They're really good at hockey, aren't they?
But like, they do that for hockey and I think ice hockey as well. I don't. It just looks rubbish in football.
Yeah,
Like, because there's footage of the Americans doing it, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
this
it's
is
just
the
shocking.
worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But like, because I think football's too big of a goal anyway.
Do you think it should go down to
Maybe.
golden goal? Do you
Um,
think you should just keep
Nah.
going? Because it's going to get injuries, but then again...
No, because you'll go on forever. Some of those games will go on forever. It would be silly. Like, and that's why I think penalty shootouts is a good.
What do you think
finale
it should just be replayed, the third game?
No,
Yeah,
what if it draws
hey, do you
again?
know what? Until I think it was the 90s, they used to do that in the FA Cup final. If it went
Golden goal.
past extra time and there was still no
Really?
winner, they had an FA Cup final replay. They had no penalties back
Yeah,
then.
that's what
Really?
that's what I think. I reckon there should be a third game at a different stadium where it's like half fans, half...
Yeah.
Penalties are a skill though, so why shouldn't they be a part of?
But they are a skill, but then you compare it to like a 90-minute game, you just think,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but if you can't be separated, then change the skills.
No.
Like use teams for 120 minutes can't score a goal against each other. Let's literally put you in front of the goal. Can you score?
No, because then it's just... No.
Why?
It's not a team then, it's a...
Yeah, it's built on
This is
individuals.
all- yeah, but
but this
football
is
is
where your bottle
individual.
comes into it.
No, football is an individual sport.
Yes,
it'll,
it is.
it'll come
It's
down to
played
who's
by
got the better goalie, that will.
No,
Usually.
Yeah,
Not
it
them.
does.
No, who's got the better bottle when they're stepping up for a penalty?
It's a bit of both, isn't it?
Well, yeah, of course, but like,
And what do you think of what the Netherlands did?
Oh, when they brought the goalie on.
Yeah, they took the goalkeeper and brought
That's
on.
happened a couple
oh,
of times.
Tim Krul.
Yeah.
I read that. I like that. That's all up there, though. That's what I mean. Like,
That is mentally... That was a genius by...
You'd be really
It's
scared
like
though.
that,
So say you're attacking for the other team and then you see them making a change, that'd just fuck your head up, wouldn't it? If you know you're going to take a penalty and then you see Tim Krul, who's like 6'1" coming on, you'd be like, oh my god.
Did anyone study sports psychology?
I didn't.
I did a little bit at school.
So what did there used to be a method where it's like, I forgot who it was. I think it was Van Nistelrooy. There's one striker really. What he'd do, put the ball down. He'd look at the goalkeeper, and then he'd be like, go to a ref. He'd be like, I need to change the ball. And it's just like waiting as long as possible to like for the keeper to like overthink. And the keepers do it as well, where like, they'll stand off their line and the ref will go back. And then they smash the
Manuel Neuer
and stuff
he
like
does
that.
that. Manuel makes himself look as big as possible. Like, he like pulls himself on the bar and like just there.
Stretches
Like, he's massive anyway.
Was
So
it Joe Hart in the Euros where he was sticking his tongue out? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah,
I was
he got
thinking,
chipped
what is
by
that?
Pirlo
That's not going
anyway.
to scare anyone.
Pirlo just when it dinked over him.
Panache
Do you think it
penalty.
depends on more psychological than skill? Or do you think it's a bit of both? Or
It's a bit of both.
skill,
I think in a game, I was going to say in a game, but there's obviously less pressure than a penalty shootout. But like at the same time, there's still pressure because everyone's watching that one little thing happen. Like, and it's quiet. Everyone's watching. They're waiting for you to like take the kick and whatever.
Definitely,
Like, there's no pressure. There's not a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper at that point.
Yeah.
You're expected to score, so all the pressure goes on to the person who's taking the kick. That's why I think it's a genuine skill.
True. That's what I think about penalties, because like realistically, a penalty, a player should always score.
Didn't you just say a minute ago it's not a skill?
Yeah. No, it's a bit of both. But a penalty, realistically, if a player puts it bottom right, hits it as hard as possible, the goalkeeper's never getting there.
But that's the pressure. Saying that you should always score a penalty, that then gets into their head thinking, I've got to score this. It's bad if I miss.
Yeah.
For a keeper, it's no pressure because he thinks, if it goes in, most penalties go in.
See Bruno found his pen last night.
He's good at
Where he
penalties.
does a little hop.
Actually, that's another thing. What did you make of United last night?
Cried.
They're a better team, they just didn't take their chances.
Really upset. Their goalkeeper was on a mad one.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Sevilla could win the Europa League?
I reckon Inter is going to.
Inter. That's tonight, isn't it? Shakhtar, Inter.
I
Have
think
you been watching football?
No.
No.
Not Europa, no.
Inter, we've got a good team. Ashley Young looks really good playing that left wing back position, and they've got Lukaku in the middle, Sanchez obviously on the right side of him. They play that Martinez guy. You seen the young guy?
Yeah, that's right.
He looks really good.
So you reckon Inter v Sevilla final? You reckon?
I reckon because Shakhtar, they've got young players like Tyson, all these young Brazilians that do look good going forward. It's just that I don't think they have that elite mentality where it's compared to Inter. Obviously they've been in the game hundreds of years where they've got to finals, they know what it's like. Yeah, they've got a new squad, but I reckon they can all come together.
They've still got Lukaku.
Yeah.
They've got an interesting team, really, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you know, like you play a FIFA career mode and you buy all the players you know from the Premier League. That's their team.
Man United rejects.
Well, yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Like, they got Ericsson as well.
Yeah.
I just find it weird, like, how all these players have gone over there.
They've actually got a really good team now. Look at it, like, who wouldn't want Lukaku and then Ashley Young down the left? That's how we set up.
I wouldn't want Lukaku.
He scores goals.
No, he's a donkey.
He scores goals. This is the thing.
I rate Lukaku as long as it's not like a Man City or a Liverpool. I think he could get into most teams.
Literally.
Because he scores goals.
I reckon. I'm gonna get.
He's got first touch of a rapist. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't
trying to
deal
do
with that.
PG right now.
What's wrong with that?
He's got the first touch of.
A nonce.
Okay.
In the
That's
playground.
better.
But no, like, I'm not a fan of Romelu Lukaku. I don't rate him.
Isn't Alexis Sanchez at Inter as well?
Yeah.
That's another one.
Is
He
he
was
was
so
he
bad
got
at
Roma?
United, wasn't he?
He signed for Inter.
Yeah, he wasn't very good at Man United. Yeah, didn't have a very good time with it there, did he? Bless him.
No. Yeah, that's. I don't know what happened there. He was really good at Arsenal, wasn't he? And just went to United.
He was good at Barcelona as well.
Yeah, he was. That's right. Before Arsenal.
Barcelona are a weird team. Like, when you look at like what goes on with their signings, their transfers.
Big question that I think's on everyone's mind. Messi, what's he doing? Is he leaving? Have you seen what he said in the?
He did this with Argentina though. Like he retired for Argentina, and I think that was to get his own way. So I think like he's going to do that with Barcelona.
How old is Messi now? 32.
No, I think he's a bit older than that, actually.
33, 34.
Yeah.
32, 33, yeah, I think.
He's still got years in him though, because he's that good.
Yeah, but he could play centre midfield. He could like.
Where would you go though if you were Messi? What options have you got?
Man City, PSG.
He wouldn't go at Man City, I don't think.
No, but these are the ones that can afford him.
Oh, yeah.
So Man
Guardiola
City,
knows him, doesn't he?
PSG, Juventus,
He could go at Bayern.
Man United.
I can actually
Bayern.
picture him going to PSG. I don't know why. Just because they seem to sign players like they've signed Neymar.
Could they afford? I don't. Yeah, they can. But can they afford Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi's wages?
Imagine them three.
That's
That's
millions.
scary.
That's millions of pounds a week.
That's a good point.
But I feel like at this point in his career, he needs to be in a more of a deeper role.
To quickly go back, Lukaku, 23 goals in 36 games.
Who's that for?
Inter. So he banged it.
But aren't they a defensive league though, isn't it? So like,
Yeah.
that's what they're built on, isn't it? Being like strong defensively. So I think that makes more sense to like for him to be there. Whereas like bigger players are going to suit.
I think he would score 40 goals in the Liga.
La Liga.
Yeah.
Spain.
Against them defenders, I reckon he'd score 40 goals a season.
No, because I don't think his technical ability suits it.
I think if you're crossing the ball into him, name apart from Real Madrid, Atletico, Barca, well, not even Barca, Atletico, Real Madrid, they ain't got defenders that can deal with that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Spanish 6-foot defenders with like.
Yeah, but didn't Fernando Llorente play there? And he's like.
Yeah, scored bangers for Atletico Bilbao.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But he's like a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah. So did you remember Saldado?
Oh yeah.
He was banging them in. He's technically. That's what his game was, heading, shooting.
Yeah.
Wasn't he at Spurs and all he scored was penalties?
yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway, seeing as we're talking about top players, we'll move on to Coventry City.
Yeah.
You done your research, Hayden? A little bit.
Little bit.
What do we reckon next season then? Obviously, a massive jump up. Championship. There's a few teams that you think we're probably better than them. Just surviving.
Yeah, I'd say lower table.
They've got to survive.
Yeah, they've got to.
I think they're good enough too.
Yeah. I'm not. It's a massive jump, but I'm not particularly scared. It's not like we're jumping into the Premier League or anything. But I would be scared.
If I was Wickham, I'd be shitting myself.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is just a ride. We're gonna get spanked every single game. Just enjoy it. But like for us, I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it like we're gonna be alright to survive. We've signed some good players.
Yeah.
We've got good foundations of the club anyway, in terms of like players, not actual foundations of a club. But I think generally, as on field goes, we're alright.
Yeah.
Like, because we're playing at Birmingham again as well, if the ground stays nice and how we want it, we'll play good football.
Do you think we'd have been better off at the Rico or St Andrews next season in terms of football?
In terms of football, St Andrews.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to play on a carpet. Like, you don't want to play on...
Obviously, much bigger crowds if we were at the Rico.
No,
but then, do you think it's all about performances on the pitch?
Yeah, it's all about performances. Obviously, we would love to see them back in Coventry, straight up. Like,
yeah.
There's no doubt about it, but like our football wouldn't work on a rugby pitch.
No.
Like, we play nice football. Yeah, last year...
You play?
It's 4-3-3.
It was 5 at the back towards the end of the season. We had 5 at the back, sort of 4 in the middle, and then Matty going up top.
So what's the game plan? Are you boys big, stocky, or like middle of the park?
The technical ability.
Defenders, we've got some big players. Everyone else is pretty short in our team.
Like the strikers?
Big Dabo, mate.
But that was a right back.
He's a big boy.
He's good, isn't he? He'll be good. We've got Matty Godden's our first choice, who got about 15 goals last season.
Yeah, I think we need to improve that.
Slight player, but he's pretty quick. But I think he definitely needs to improve because the Championship's, like I said, a massive step up.
Yeah.
And then you've got Biamu and Bakayoko, who don't score a lot of goals.
Biamu's class though.
He is. He's got real quality, but he's not like an out-and-out striker in terms of getting loads of goals. So I think we need to sign another striker before we start the season.
Yeah, I do as well. I agree with that. Yeah, like, I feel like that's where one place we're severely lacking.
You got my friend Jordan Ponticelli. Went to school with him.
Did you?
Why isn't he not making the team then?
He's not good enough.
I played football with him.
Yeah, do you know what? When we were in League 2 a couple of seasons ago, he had a few games and he scored a few goals. But since then, we've just loaned him out. I don't know if Robbins thinks he's not good enough.
No, obviously. There's probably other things going on behind the scenes as well where people think they're too good for what they actually are.
Yeah.
Like, I heard about, Bright Eno Bakabi, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I was told stories about him, how he wouldn't turn up to training, and he'd be in like a foreign country. They'd be like, "Where are you, pal?" And he'd be like, "I'm in Germany."
Carlos Tevez.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, when he was playing for Coventry?
Yeah, not even joking. Not even joking. And that is 100% the truth, and that's why we didn't sign him again.
I haven't heard any of that.
And that's why Wolves got rid of him.
I thought he was real quality. When
He was.
When he played for us, he was one of our better players. He only played for half a season, scored.
He was class, mate.
Really, really good player. But we didn't re-sign him, and I didn't know why that was. If that could be.
That's the reason. He's a knobhead. Yeah, he's a liability, and he would give it a load of stack to the fans. This is the same as Reader Johnson, but behind the scenes, useless. And that's why Reader Johnson left us, because he's getting paid more to play in the National League. I'm not even joking.
But to be honest, I loved Reader Johnson, but I was kind of happy when he did go because he was so injury prone. I felt like we were wasting so many wages. He got injured a lot. He did.
I'm telling you, from behind the scenes, he wasn't. The guy he didn't want to play football. He wanted to go where the money went. And I tell you after the podcast.
So you reckon there's more money in the National League for Reader Johnson than there was?
Yeah, because he went to Eastleigh and they had loads of money.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Coventry City.
Yes, they did. If I had a house, I'll put my house on it.
Really?
Yeah, I will tell you after the podcast, but like, they're two things, but like, this is what I mean. You don't know what goes on behind a football club, like with players like that. And Bright, as talented as he was, didn't want to play, didn't train, and he only turned up for the games so he could put in a good shift and like people would see it on TV. Like that genuinely was it. And he'd be in Germany.
Being German.
Yeah, and it was a weird one. And that's why Wolves got rid of him, because he was like he just didn't want to do anything. And
he's not that kind of player. Like, some players don't have to train and they can perform.
Well, I heard this about Gareth Bale. You know, like Gareth Bale's getting a lot of stick at the minute from like Real Madrid and that. I've always heard that Gareth Bale doesn't train.
Really?
Yeah, and he doesn't train. Well, I'm not sure about trains well, but he doesn't turn up. Or he turns up, but he doesn't do very good, or he doesn't train well. I don't know. See, like
Gareth Bale.
Yeah, I think as a team, you need people turning up to train.
I've always thought this. Like, if Messi, for me, if I had Messi in my team and he said to me, "I'm not training, but I'll play in the games," I'd be like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, but Messi's a role model. If I was a youngster and I saw Messi not training but turning up for games, I'd be like, "Yeah, you're class, but if he can do that, why can't I do that?" Like, I just don't think it sets a good example.
I think it's leading by example. That's,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what I'd say. Even if it is Messi and you think like, do you know what, he doesn't need to train because he's that good. You still want people to.
You need a role model. You
Yeah,
have to have
role
role
model,
models.
yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, it will just go the other way. Because then someone will be like, "Well, if he's not training, I'm not training," and then that causes loads of trouble. Like, and you as a manager would know, like, you can't treat people differently in that sort of regard. You can't give someone leeway like that and then expect everyone else to do something different. Because it wouldn't happen. Because someone on that side would be like, "Well, hang on a minute, if he's not doing it, I'm not doing it."
Yeah.
And then it just goes.
Exactly. Yeah. I think you've got to lead by example, and I don't agree with that.
But in regards to Jordan Ponticelli, he's not good enough.
Well,
He's not.
He scored bangers for Nicholas Chamberlain.
I don't know about that because I haven't seen enough of him to judge. So I'd just go off what Robbins thinks. If he's learning them out, then he probably isn't good enough. No.
No, exactly. But like I said, he might be.
Oh, he's only 20, 21, 10, isn't he?
Yeah, he might still improve. That's why we're hanging on to him. Like if he was that bad, you just offload him.
Offload.
But if you're loaning him out, it maybe thinks like a player for the future.
Yeah, like right now, it's evident he's not good enough to be playing for League One. So he's not going to play the Championship. It's not going to happen. Like, you don't miss League One and then come to the Championship.
Yeah.
Like, when you're playing for like Macclesfield and not doing business.
Point. Well, maybe his price tag will go up and then we could sell him in a couple of years. Maybe that's the logic.
Possibly, but like, I think it's a good idea to hang on to him in case like maybe he's a really nice lad behind the scenes. What was he like when you met him at school?
Just a normal lad.
You'd hang on to him because he's a nice lad.
Yeah, but like,
he's got I've seen on his Instagram. He's got a girlfriend. He seems like a pretty level-headed guy. Like, he's not like going out every night spending loads of money. He's
got good morals.
Yeah.
But if the manager likes him for that reason, he's a good person to be around. They'll hang on to him.
Maybe.
Like, but ultimately, it comes down to your ability. So he must see something in him to keep him there.
I don't know about you guys. This is like an attitude thing now. But as someone who's played a striker, I want someone who's got a little bit of fire to them. Like maybe a bit of an attitude, maybe a bit of selfish greediness. If they're a striker, if you're the nice guy, it doesn't make me think you've got that striker's instinct.
This is the problem I always had with Adam Armstrong when he played for us, because he was like 5'9", he was class, rapid, scored goals, whatever. He wasn't nasty, and I feel like you need that. You need to be a nasty bastard.
Yeah, all of our strikers. I'm a Man United fan, by the way, if you didn't know. But yeah, all our strikers in the past: Rooney, Bulldog, Tevez,
Bulldog, looked like one as well.
All of our strikers. Van Nistelrooy, scary mode in the box. Like, he used to just talk to defenders. If you watch the Arsenal game,
and this is why we need to get Balotelli.
But like,
talking about setting examples in training, Balotelli.
No, that's where you've got to find the balance, because you don't want someone who's too far in terms of attitude.
Yeah.
Like Balotelli, but then, like I said, I don't want someone who's too nice. I want in the middle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so this is why Diego Costa worked so well for Chelsea, because he was an arsehole.
He was.
That's why Suarez was good as well, because he's an arsehole. Like, I feel like they've obviously got talent and skills.
You need the talent to back the.
You need to be an arsehole. You need to be in people's faces.
Yeah, but literally, he's like eating their faces.
I don't think you can do one without the other. So
to
be a dickhead on the football pitch, I think you really need to have the talent and ability. Just we're saying that Joey Barton had no talent and he used to piss people off.
Didn't he play for England?
He might have had a couple of appearances.
I think he played for England, yeah.
He's manager now, isn't he?
Fleetwood.
Yeah.
So imagine Joey Barton being the manager.
They nearly got into the Championship last season. Imagine that, like Joey Barton.
Yeah, but he speaks quite eloquently. He's
He's a clever guy.
He's had some not very good moments.
When he Simon Miles saying, he's doing the French accent.
Have you seen when he had like clashed with Zlatan on the pitch?
Yeah.
And he's doing an impression of his nose.
Imagine thinking like,
It sounds like, who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Joey Barton. Come on, you pick her in.
Zlatan has literally been to every single country and smashed it, wherever he's been.
That's another guy.
Been there, done that.
He's got a god ego and he deserves it.
Yeah, but then you got Joey Barton trying to give it bigger, and it's like, what are you doing? Oh, don't do that.
Zlatan, he's still playing for AC Milan. It's top level.
And he's getting on a bit, so he's doing
He went and pissed around in America for a bit, earned a bit of cash, and he's like, do you know what, I'll play real football again.
Go to
United. Yeah, you usually do that at the very end, but the fact he's gone to the MLS and come back.
Well, he said that about some player out in the MLS. They were saying, like, how good do you think this geezer is at, like, in this league or whatever, and he was like, well, look, put it this way, at his age, I was smashing, like, Champions Leagues and whatever, and he's doing it in the MLS at his age, like, come on, it's not good.
That league for Zlatan was literally Sunday League football.
Just having a
Did you
laugh.
see him play it?
Yeah, he's having a laugh.
He was scoring bicycle kicks, volleys from like 30 yards out.
FIFA, when you put it on amateur.
The defenders didn't ask, how would you deal with Zlatan? Like these MLS kids that have just come through the draft and all this shit.
Well, it's hard,
6'5".
He does karate as well, so he gets his leg up by his own.
He's a black belt and everything.
Black belt and everything.
Have you seen his skill where he gets the ball?
Scorpion kick.
And he can hold it on his chest and he can full on go, like literally,
he can
to the floor,
lie backwards,
and then back up with the ball on his chest. That's how much flexibility that guy's got. And how old is he?
It's like 35.
I want to see his goals in
MLS.
Yeah,
are you going to do that right now, are you?
Yeah.
Right on the podcast, is it?
I want to see.
No, well, we'll get the stats up.
No, stats.
Oh, your stats. I thought you were going to watch a YouTube video. But yeah, I think Coventry would be lower league table.
But survive.
So this,
I think we'll survive, yeah.
This season, 16 starts, 18 games, scored 10 goals, 5 assists.
Where's that, AC Milan?
AC Milan.
How good's that? Like,
Yeah,
his age,
decent,
like,
10 goals in the league.
Yeah.
like, he went away to America.
What's his MLS stats though?
They'll be roughly similar, I'd imagine.
I reckon they're mad, like, more goals than games.
It could be.
I don't know, I think he just fucked around, didn't he?
It's LA Galaxy, isn't it? Is that where he
I
went?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just having a laugh.
What's your view on the MLS? Do you think it's rubbish?
I don't think it's very good. It's
It's a retirement league, isn't it?
Retirement home.
It is.
It's the same with Australia. Like, those sort of leagues are like...
Chinese league. That's just got money, isn't it?
LA Galaxy, 56 games, 52 goals.
That's a goal a game.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. But like, it's a retirement league for like these like elite players and that. That's like Gerrard did it, Lampard did it,
Yeah.
Pirlo, Beckham, all of them. They go over to America to earn a little bit more cash. Or like the Spanish, like they go over to like Saudi Arabia to go earn a bit of cash. Like that's why everyone goes to China.
Yeah, I don't know about
What's
Chinese
like
league.
Oscar? Do you think his decision was right?
Go to China. Obviously thinking of screwing the bag.
That's what he told
Yeah.
us.
The money is absolutely mental in China.
Wasn't Tevez earning like $1 million a week or something like that?
There's a few players. Ramirez went over there, didn't he, from
Yeah.
Chelsea?
What a player Ramirez, I miss that goal.
Yeah.
But like, if I was a professional footballer, I'm going where the money is. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I want a legacy, but if I'm not good enough to have a legacy,
Yeah.
just give me the money.
So I'm not playing
Like,
Premier League football, I'm going China or something.
Exactly. Like, why wouldn't you?
Mm.
Like, if they're going to pay me that money,
imagine the
I'm
money
going.
they'd pay Ronaldo or Messi in the Chinese league.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It'd be
Like,
ridiculous, wouldn't it?
It'd be over 100 millions a year easy.
Yeah.
But it's just, I just think like if someone's prepared to give me that money, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Like if I was in those shoes, like let's say I was playing for Chelsea, we're getting top 4 every season, and then Guangzhou were like, we're going to give you $500,000 a week. And I'd be like, yeah, all right, that's 5 times more than what I'm getting. So yeah, I'm going. See you later, lads. I don't care about my legacy. I haven't got one. I've been here 2 years. Who cares? Do you know what I mean? I don't blame anyone for doing it.
This is a separate issue, but I think the money in football is just too crazy now.
It's mad.
They're capping it though in lower leagues, aren't they?
They're capping the lower leagues.
They need to cap it everywhere, don't they?
So Man City just got away with.
Do you think it should
smashing
keep
players.
going up?
In
though?
the top leagues, it should be unlimited.
Really?
Yeah, because they're earning enough now for TV rights, and stuff like that. They're all earning decent money. In the Premier League, you're earning millions a year through the club.
I just think the money, it could just keep going up forever, couldn't it? And it could be like really stupid money. Like,
Yeah. It is pretty mad. Like,
and you compare that to a working man's wage. Like my wage, my yearly salary, they could do that in what, a couple of days before that.
Well,
a day.
a standard wage in the UK for a full-time person is between like 20 and 40, and that's quite a big gap. 20-40k. Like, they do it in a week, and that's like a good championship player.
In a day.
A good championship player, they do it in a week.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's the Championship. That's not even the top league.
That's not even top league. No, this is just madness.
I think Ronaldo earns my weekly wage in like 4 minutes. I mean my yearly wage in like 4 minutes.
That's a lot of money. That.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like it's just it's bonkers, mate. But like if people are going to pay it, they're not going to say no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't blame the players. It's the management, the owners, and stuff like that makes the money crazy.
But people are playing there's loads of these arguments about ticket prices, but people are still playing them in the top leagues. Man United Stadium's got 75,000 every week.
I almost think though, because there's so much crazy money in the TV rights and all that sort of stuff, they could make it cheaper for the fans. Do you not think they could? They could make the ticket prices.
Isn't Bayern Munich like £20 a game or something?
The Bundesliga is different. They're all run. The clubs in Bundesliga aren't owned by people. They're owned by the what's it called, fans.
Oh,
you not heard about this?
No.
So that's why no one likes Liga or Bundesliga. Because there's this 1%. Is it 1% rule? 5%.
What, fans have to own a part of it?
No, literally. Bundesliga.
But yeah, like they're the cheap tickets, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like £20 to go watch Bayern Munich, which is like probably what it's worth to watch Coventry. When we were in the third league, yeah.
I remember when we were in League 2, it was more than 20 quid. I was like, you having a laugh?
Yeah.
So it's the 50+1 rule. Is an informal term used to refer to the clause of regulation of the Bundesliga.
50+1. So does that mean like
So
they have to control 51%?
the rule is designed to ensure that the club's members retain overall control by the way of owning 50% of shares, plus one share to protect the club's from it. So basically, they own 51%.
They own the majority through 51%. Yeah. But like yeah, that's probably a good way of doing it. And then you obviously have investors who come in and sort it out.
Because it's basically been proven during lockdown that the Premier League clubs, even the Championship clubs, they don't need the fans. They can do okay with just the Championship, with the TV money. I mean.
Yeah.
So that's basically proved that they can make it cheaper. 20 is plenty, basically.
Yeah, it's
so unfair.
But I think the problem is they turn up anyway. Like, if you're still getting a full crowd for £50 a ticket, why are they going to stop it?
Literally, it's true.
They're not going to
stop business, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're going to milk it as much as they can. Like, it's all about giving the cash over.
See, Man City, though, they don't fill their stadium, they've got oil money.
Yeah.
It's really weird, because I was in Manchester for about 6 weeks, and I lived on that side of Manchester, Greater Manchester, and I was just like, no one's a Man City fan. I was like, what? Where is, I remember like looking at the stadium or match day, and I was like, there's no one there.
They've only just come from... They're in the Championship.
If they keep going the way they are, they'll build their crowd through like glory hunters and stuff.
Yeah, just like Man U.
But at the moment, it's really weird. United got a much richer history than City.
So no, I've said that.
Anyway, we love predictions here on Talk Coventry City. So I want to hear your views on, this is a separate issue to football, coronavirus. Do you think it will go away soon? Do you think there'll be a vaccine? Do you think there's going to be a second wave? Loads of mini lockdowns? What are your views?
I want a second wave.
You want a second wave?
Yeah, I want more further.
Right, but if we take this seriously, mate, in people's lives, we want it to go away.
I want it gone. Get out. I'll do whatever it takes.
Do you believe in coronavirus, guys? You're not one of these people that
what do you mean?
It's a myth that some people are making it up.
Well, like 5G towers
it's overhyped and things like that.
I mean, it could be.
You think?
Let's be realistic. It could be.
No.
What do you mean?
It's like, I've heard this from, Dimitri, people knows.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dimitri at work is our cleaner, he's Greek, he's a very intelligent man. He came up to me and he was like, who do you know that has coronavirus? That's his language. Who do you know that has coronavirus? Do you know anyone?
I've not met anyone
that's
got
coronavirus.
Yeah, someone on my road died.
No, you don't. No,
yeah, okay. I live on a road,
and he was like, I don't know nobody. And he's like, it's a myth. Government.
No, shut up, man.
It's a myth.
Shut up.
He's like, he was there like to sell these masks to get more money.
Oh my god.
He's like, we're more likely to die from chemical of cleaning than coronavirus. It's like to be.
What, do you believe that?
It could be impossible. I don't know anyone's died from it.
I don't. I know people who know people that have died of it.
Yeah, but of course they do. They've got attention seekers. Let's be realistic.
Oh, shut up.
You know what people
What are you on about? There's someone on my road.
My nan's mum's dad's.
Shut up, man. You're an idiot.
Coronavirus.
You're an idiot. I'm pretty sure my uncle's mum died of it.
This shit out.
I can't. This is headaches don't exist all over again.
What really annoyed me was when they revealed that people that have caught it, but then died of something else. So you caught coronavirus, got hit by a car.
Yeah, I find
it's
that
recorded as a coronavirus death, which means like there could be so many of these deaths.
I think haven't they eradicated that now though? Haven't they changed?
Did they take?
I think they might have changed it. I heard something yesterday. Someone speaking about it.
Do you think we're doing enough testing in this country though?
No.
Probably not. No, I don't know too many people that have been tested. So that means there could be so many more cases than there actually
I
are.
literally thought this virus would mean that we'd all have a time to go and get tested. Like there'd be clinics all around the world with testing kits. You just go in, get tested, go home. I thought that's what the world would have come to.
No. It costs money though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
We've got billions in the treasury.
So can we just go back to? Do you think it's a myth?
It's 50-50.
Why is it 50-50?
I just think it could. There's not many videos and stuff online of people like recording stuff about coronavirus and all this. Like,
Have you looked?
yeah. And I've seen,
Have you looked?
Yeah, I've seen the one.
Have you looked?
I've seen the one where they're in the hospitals and stuff, and they're all breathing. I don't know.
What?
It's just a bit.
What don't you know? What? I don't understand.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's as bad as people think.
No, see, like with that, like I find it strange that we've gone into like a global meltdown over it. When
So,
I
like
think
you said
the worst
last
things have
night.
happened. But
One of the people in the stream, he's got coronavirus at the moment, and he was there like, oh yeah, I just feel a bit tired, got a cold.
but that's But
So this is the question. Do you think there'll be a second lockdown? Yes or no?
No.
I think because we got a conservative government, I don't think they're going to do that again.
Okay.
Because we still get hundreds of people dying a day, isn't it? Or something like that. Or like, there's tens or
double digits, I think, something like that.
I don't think they care.
Alright, more people are dying from other stuff than that.
Do you reckon that's the approach everyone's taking now? Like we can't just be in a lockdown forever.
No, because New Zealand, they had their first like case in 100 days or something. They locked the city down straight away.
Okay.
It was only like 4 people, and they were like, "Yeah, nah."
I think that's the
Don't
way
go anywhere.
forward. If someone has it, you should just lock down that city, not the whole country.
So mini lockdowns. You think that's the way forward? It's like Leicester,
That is happening here though.
Yeah, that's how I think they should do it.
Manchester. That was another one.
Preston as well, I think.
I think they're saying Coventry's quite high on the list, so that
Is it?
could be one.
It's next to Leicester, though, really, isn't it? So that's
Yeah, not too far.
That'll be you then, not us two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go to work.
Oh no, what are we going to do? We can't get to
No
work.
swim manager. Oh, James, mate, you ain't got any shifts.
But no, like I want a second lockdown. I'm a bit annoyed at him. Well, I just think you're trying to shit.
Yeah, I think Hayden's after attention there.
Yeah, you're the one saying about attention
Oh,
seeking,
yeah.
and you're literally sat here saying it's a myth.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you really believe that?
Don't know.
I don't think you do. I just think I think you're like me, where it's like you think it's a bit over dramatic.
A little bit.
Do you think it's a bit over dramatic?
Yeah, I do think it's over dramatic. I think you've still got to take it seriously, but it's weird now. I don't know how long it could be going on for.
That's what stresses me out. As well.
Survival of the fittest. It's just killing off all the weak people in the world. It's like people with shit immune systems and like lung problems.
But if
they're
you
probably
had-
like it's their time to go.
If you had a lot of elderly relatives, do you think your views would be different, or do you think they'd still be the same?
Well, they're weak, innit?
They're
Isn't that how the animal world works? If you're weak, you
Survival
die.
of the fittest.
Get rid of the weakest. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this could be God, you know. If people believe in that, it could
God's
just be
plan.
like the second wave. It could be like we had the flood. Now we sent down.
This is
coronavirus.
natural selection. Is that what you're saying?
Could be, yeah.
The flood of coronavirus.
But like I get what you're saying, and I sort of agree with that to an extent. Because like, why are we keeping people alive when they're like 90? If they can't do anything, what's the point?
That's true. That's true.
Like, do they want to be? Because my nan, she had dementia, and like before, like you know when you have like, I've always said to my missus, it's like if I ever get anything like that, just kill me. Like, what's this point?
Just
kill
kill
me.
euthanasia.
Yeah, I'm all for it. All for it. Like if I've always said this. Like if one of my legs gets chopped off, kill me. I don't want to be alive.
Just for losing one leg.
Mate, honestly, if I lost an eye, kill me. I don't want to do it.
If someone's wiping my arse, I don't want that.
No, exactly.
I don't want my kid having to fucking ruin his life if he has to wipe my arse because I've got problems.
And like I'm for that. If I go into that situation and I was like, "Can you kill me?" and they said no, I'll be like, "Why am I here? Like, I am not doing
off to
anything."
Sweden.
You were close. It was the right.
Get me on that plane.
Dignitas, that's the one.
Yeah.
But like, I just think if you're not no quality of life, what?
It's a very touchy subject, but I think I agree with you. I'd say if my quality of life was so poor, I think I would want to end it.
Exactly.
I'm okay if I ever lose things, as long as I can watch a movie and sit there, you know, then I'll be alright. But as soon as I lose eyesight, get me off.
It should be up to the individual, because if someone with one leg and no eyes still wants to live, let them live.
But
obviously.
I think the problem there is like is people like a fit and healthy person was like, I don't want to be here anymore. That's the grey area of it. Is like
choice though.
Yeah, I suppose, but obviously the government's like, well, hang on a sec, we're going to lose out on some tax here. Like, you're saying,
that's a big one, eh?
Well, that's what it is, though, isn't it? Why are you?
Nothing.
That is a deep
Let's say then you lost one leg, like you said earlier.
Yeah, kill me.
But you bump into someone who's got no arms.
I'll bump into a lot of people.
All right, you meet up with someone who's got no arms and no legs, and they're like, "You're so selfish, you are."
What?
Because you want to end your life after losing just one
Yeah,
leg. You've still got your hands.
But are you enjoying yourself? Are you? Hang on a sec. You be quadriplegic then.
Okay.
I'll have one leg. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes.
Well, I'm not. Fuck off. Like, I don't understand. It just let me do what I want to do.
Literally, that's why I agree with the world.
This is why I hate sugar tax. Actually, as we're on this subject.
Oh, facts.
Let me have my sugar.
Let me be fat.
If I want sugar in my drinks, let me have it. Don't ruin my Fanta.
They've ruined my Lucasade Orange and I'll never forgive them.
Innit?
They've
Oh my
changed
god.
the recipe for Lucasade Orange and I'm never going to
I tell you what, I remember when that happened, I bought a 6-pack.
Oh, I was living.
And I drank it, I was like, this tastes a bit weird. And I know what, this tastes a bit weird.
It's
Looked
shit.
at it, new recipe, I was like, what is this?
I've looked on eBay for an old bottle and they're like £1,000.
Go out to New Zealand. They have it.
Really?
Original. Lucasade normal.
Well, I'm booking the plane ticket.
I started importing my Coke vanilla.
That's too expensive for me.
It's pretty expensive. I'm not doing it. It was
£6 a can.
It was £6 for 2 cans. It was a bit
Oh,
expensive.
but little cans as well.
No, they're bigger than our cans, but it wasn't. I wouldn't do it very often. But I was like, I love
It
this.
upset you quite a lot.
I hated it. But this. I don't understand why we're not allowed responsibility. Like, and this comes down to euthanasia and stuff. Like we just said about quadriplegic and like if I had one leg missing, I don't want to be alive. This is my personal opinion. If someone can live through that and still enjoy their life, fine, let them do it. Don't tell me what to do. I want to do what I want to do. And if that's the case, give me some cyanide because I don't want to do it.
I reckon you'd be right one day. You get more subscribers because people feel sympathised for you.
Synthesise.
Sympathy.
It's like playing the piano and get the keyboard out.
Yeah, and then you don't have to do your swim teaching anymore. You can just do YouTube.
Yeah, you see him on the side of the pool with a skateboard. Come on, kick your legs in.
Imagine all the videos you could do though, skipping with one leg.
Oh, mate, bangers.
No, just
30 minutes running with one leg.
I literally do one. No.
30 minutes hopping.
Nah, that's not for me. That.
No.
It's not for me. I don't want to be here.
I don't think one leg's that bad.
Alright, here's a really different question. One leg or one arm, what would you rather lose?
One leg.
Just kill me. I don't want to do it.
Get rid of the leg, so I can sit there and play Xbox all
You'd
day.
rather lose a leg? I'd rather lose a leg.
I wouldn't want to do
That's
any.
more.
No, like this is what I mean. Like, I can't.
benefit. You can sit there alone.
If you lose an arm, what am I going to do? How am I going to play games?
Exactly.
If I lose my leg, how am I going to play sport? No, it's
I can
ridiculous.
play FIFA with one hand.
I can't run in a bowl cricket with one leg.
Why not?
What do you? I
You
can't
can
do it.
Bowls. Stand there and
No,
spin
I
it.
don't want a ball spin.
Get a prosthetic leg.
Nah, because this stresses me out. Like, I
No
can't.
fast bowling for you.
No, exactly. But like, I don't want to do it. So I hate that question. That question's annoyed me.
Please clip that. It's just, I don't want a bowl spin.
But like, it's just, I'm not having either. Just put a bullet in my head. I don't want to do it.
Jesus.
But it's my choice.
Imagine shagging with one leg.
Right, good.
And on that note,
Jesus Christ.
I think we will call it a day then. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers for coming along, guys.
Really, really enjoyed it. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you'll probably come back and do more podcasts. And,
Yeah, we'll do some more.
yeah, keep going with your channels, guys. It's good stuff.
Yeah, keep going with yours. You're smashing it, honestly.
You actually are. Really
We said this on our podcast as well. Like, you're doing really, really
Yeah,
well.
check that video out. I featured in theirs if you enjoyed this
You
one.
need to get your sister on a bit more.
Oh, right, that's not. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. These two think they're so funny.
We are.
I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out, everyone.
Bye.
Peace out.